So once again, I haven't done videos in advance of the work, but that's becoming the norm now. These are the borders that have broken me. Down here, the brambles, if you remember how covered this area was with brambles, it looked like I'd sorted it by trimming it down, but they're all still there, obviously the roots. This little patch here took 4.5 hours to get the brambles out, and there were monster roots. Me and my Spanish hoe, this tool my brother recommended, has been completely invaluable. It's like a pointy hoe, or a shovel meets a hoe, but it's been incredibly hard work. And then getting all of the compost down, and I've mulched it incredibly deeply, so there's been a lot of loads. And then this one, which in a previous video I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'm just going to finish clearing it and planting into it. That's taken another 4 or 5 hours, and my poor tendons are falling apart, but it's done. So when I'm a bit more repaired, I'm going to plant these out. If you remember, I said down by the willow I'm going to put edibles, but this area is more an extra band to make sure that nothing from the septic tank is running down here. But I'm really happy with it. I mean, this whole area is just really taking shape now. We've ordered a 8 meter by 4 meter solid polytunnel to go onto this terrace, kind of into the gap where their old raised bed is. It's going to run from this little path which goes down to the orchard, from about here to the apple tree over there. So it's going to be a really good size, and it's really exciting, because in the long run we want this to be our passive solar greenhouse. I'm going to try and do things that work slowly towards that. So because this polytunnel is only 6 foot high in the center, so 4 foot at the edges, I want more head height. Things like tomatoes growing at the edges, 4 foot's not enough. But we could have built a wall around the edge and then put it on top. That's one way to raise it up, or dig down. And because this level needs to be down there in one future scenario when we get the greenhouse, I may as well dig down now. So when the digger comes, I'm going to be digging this out probably more than 2 foot, and then all of my spare wood, this is a lifelong dream of mine, I'm going to pile in here, have a roaring fire and make biochar. And I'll leave probably half the biochar in there as the base for our beds in there, and the rest I'll take out and just use around the land in other places. So that's super exciting. Jobs coming up, hopefully I heal quickly. I've planted more into this border now since I did the last video. Everything's finally watered in, so I've stopped panicking. I think it's going to look great in a month or two. We've really filled some gaps in with anything else we had around and things we just needed to get into the ground. Nothing hugely interesting. I collected seeds from Morocco of a nitrogen fixing legume. It looks terrible because it's been sitting on a window for 2 years, but the fact it's alive is a fairly good sign. And I've got seeds, if it works to like some degree and then dies off, I can just plant new seeds in there. But we put like a honeyberry in, tried to get some more plants around the pawpaw to try and get some shade for it. Oh look, already there's a bit of life starting to show on the mimosa, and I saw on the yuzu at the top as well. That's starting to come to life. And then up here I've got a passion flower. This thing has been mistreated for 10 years at my last house and did great, so hopefully it'll come back here and take over this tree. So that's all good. And then this is, again, it's taken hours and hours and hours to get the brambles out of these walls. I've put in some smaller kind of rambling species that hopefully will take over the top and fall down the side. And I've started planting shrubs up here just to give us a little bit more wind protection down the bottom. But as I said, everything's just hard and I'm broken now. This is actually a cutting of my contorted hazel from my last house, which I absolutely loved. Took a surprisingly good cutting. So yeah, this is Philadelphus, which is a mock orange. Can't actually remember what this is. Mum got me this, said it's a good one. It is. Ooh, I'm terrible with being able to pronounce Latin names, even with my coral background. Garia, elliptica. And then I've still got some more spaces because I've got some more shrubs turning up. But But yeah, that's the update for down here.